really plan, that's what they call me. Promise that you'll never be lonely.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a new crime case. So today's case is going to be about a 13-year-old girl who got stabbed 114 times, and it just gets more and more insane once you hear the story. Before we get into the story, please do like, comment and share, and let's get on to the video. Okay, so there was this girl named Tristyn Bailey who lived at St. John's in the United States. She was a very loved girl by her entire family as well as her friends. Her main passion was cheerleading. She took a very deep passion to cheerleading. She performed really well. She gave her all for cheerleading. She was always there for practices, and she was always there to help another cheerleader as well. She was a typical normal girl going to school, enjoying her school days, a normal 13-year-old kid doing what a normal 13-year-old should be doing. And everything seemed okay. Her family, they had a tribute for her after her passing, and her family just described her as a lovely, wonderful being who was always there to support someone and always there with a smile on her face to encourage someone. And this was not only done by her family but also by her classmates as well, her cheerleading team as well. She was a very, very loved girl. On one night, on the 9th, Tristyn Bailey had gone missing. Her parents could not find her in the morning as they went to her room to wake her up, but she was nowhere to be found. So they started panicking because it was not like Tristyn to go ahead and just leave without telling her family about it. Also, forgot to let you all know, her family calls himself as the Bailey 7 because there are 7 of them, even though Tristyn is no longer with them, present with them physically, but definitely mentally and emotionally she is always going to be in their heart. So they're known as the Bailey 7. So as I was saying, Tristyn went out, and it was unlike her to go out in the middle of the night without telling either her siblings or her parents, and they were really worried. So they had a search in the morning, trying to search for her body everywhere, but they couldn't find her body, and they trying to search for her or her body, but they couldn't find her, they couldn't find any body. So later they called up the police. The police then later started an investigation where they searched the entire place, the entire community. They started questioning people if they saw any unknown person down the street or anything suspicious that is going on around their street. And everyone said that night just seemed like a normal night. There was no noise, there was absolutely nothing. It just seemed like a typical normal day. Later one day, a guy who was staying at St. John, next to his place there was a field. So he just went on his own to the field to check and see if he could find any body or find Tristyn. So he went over there, he found a body over there. Unsure about whether it would be Tristyn's body, he then called up the police, and he let the police know that there was a body discovered over here at the field. So the police came in immediately, and as soon as they identified the body, they realized it was Tristyn Bailey. They informed Tristyn Bailey's parents and siblings and let them know that the unfortunate news that their daughter and their sister has unfortunately been murdered. And that was a shock to everyone in the community. Everyone was shocked. Everyone was wondering as to what was happening, as to who could have done this to a 13-year-old girl who was loved so much by everyone in a community. And it was a small community, so she was well known in all the community. Who could do that to a 13-year-old girl? Later they came to know that Tristyn Bailey was stabbed 114 times. 114 times. Let that sink in. 114 times. Out of which 49 of them were defense wounds. So that shows that Bailey did fight for her life. She did whatever she could do to stop the murderer from harming her. But at the end of the day, the murderer won. And Tristyn was no longer with us. However, they couldn't find the murder weapon. They kept searching and searching and searching, but they couldn't find it. Later, they did discover the murder weapon, and it was linked to a boy named Aiden Fushi. Aiden Fushi was a 14-year-old boy who went to the same school as Tristyn Bailey. Aiden Fushi was a troublemaker, and he did inform his friends as well that he was planning to kill someone, but they never took it seriously. As you know, that no 14-year-old would take that seriously. If one of your friends came up to you and told you that, oh, I'm going to kill someone today, you would be like, oh, this guy or this girl is just joking about it, let's move on with our day. So basically his friends just moved on for the day, and the murder weapon was found. A knife was found, and it was linked to Aiden Fushi. Aiden Fushi was then called into the police station, and the worst part that he did was, in the police station, while he was in the cop car, he removed a selfie on Snapchat, and I quote, he said, "Has anyone seen Tristyn Bailey lately?" And that just gives me the chills. After knowing you have just hurt her, you have removed a video or Snapchat and sent it to all your friends behind a cop car to try to act cool. I really don't understand the logic behind the Snapchat yet, but I hope, as of now, there is not much information about this case, as this case is a new, fresh case. So they are not giving out many personal info to the public. As I totally understand, it's an ongoing case and they have to protect their case. So that is completely understood. If there is any new update, I will definitely be updating you all about this case as well. Moving on, Fushi was then charged with the murder of Tristyn Bailey. After a few days, it came to the cops' attention that when they went to check the house, they seen that a pair of jeans that was used was washed, and they also found blood on the pants as well as the sink. And it later came to know that Aiden Fushi's mother was the one who washed his clothes and tried to hide the evidence. So as she tried to hide the evidence, she was charged with tampering of evidence, and she has been arrested as well. As of now, this is all that we know about this case. And also, yes, Aiden Fushi will be tried as an adult in this case, and he is going to be in life imprisonment forever. And I'm glad that he will not be getting out, because I think he could be of danger to society and to himself as well. And I hope he stays in there forever, because what he did to Tristyn Bailey wasn't right. She was just a normal 13-year-old girl trying to enjoy her life, and he took that away from her at such a young age. And stabbing someone 114 times just says that there was so much anger into this murder, because when you murder someone with a knife, that is a more personal anger or hatred towards that person. As of yet, we don't know if he only wanted to target Bailey, Miss Bailey, or if he could have got another person to target, or was Tristyn in the wrong place at the wrong time with Aiden Fushi. So I would like to know your opinions on this case. I know it's a small case, but I would love to know your opinions. Okay? Please do comment below once again for any case that you would like me to read or to search and to update you all on.